Greetings, everybody. Welcome. It is today, Tuesday, the 10th of February, 2026. It's just about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, UK time. Welcome to this ISRM Academy webinar. What's happened is we've taken all of our activities, which are around training, vocational training, management training, putting together academic programs, and we brought them all together under one roof, which is the ISRM Academy. And as part of that, it's given us an opportunity to look back at some of the stuff we were doing 2 or 3 years ago and somehow slipped off the agenda. And one of the things that we were doing was we were putting out once a month a webinar that basically looked at what was happening in the world, some of the issues around the world, and looked at it through an academic lens. And for me, there is real value in that. When I set up the ISRM, the reason I set up the ISRM back in 2019, we're about to come up for our 7th birthday, unbelievably, March the 10th, 2026 is our 7th birthday. But the reason I set up the ISRM, because having spent 20 years doing academic and practitioner activities, but having done my doctorate, it seemed clear to me that the people who were discussing strategic risk and crisis management, whether it's from a government perspective, ministry perspective, the OECD, KPMG, PwC, Ernst & Young, the World Bank, and I heard these people talking about strategic risk and crisis management. And it became clear to me that they had no recognition or familiarity with the academic work that had been done around strategic risk and crisis management. And they had no familiarity of, or even recognition that existed of the academic work that had been done around strategic risk and crisis management, really from the 1970s, but certainly in the 1990s and the 2000s, some incredible work had been done. And from my perspective, if they did not have a recognition of the academic work, they were what the Chinese called dogs chasing after flies. A dog chasing after flies in Chinese is just a dog, just random movement, and whatever lands on your nose. There's no strategy, there's no tactics, no shape. And at the end, you basically you're just knackered and you've got no flies, basically that's it. Random movement. And it became clear to me that there would be real value if those people had a basic familiarity with the academic work. Why? The academic work doesn't solve problems, doesn't claim to solve problems. And actually, for many of these problems, if you use the word, we're trying to solve the problem, then it shows you're misunderstanding the nature of the beast. We'll talk about that in a minute. But what a familiarity with the academic work does, it gives you a structure and a framework to engage with complexity. And that, it seems to me, has value. It gives you structure and framework, structure and methodology.